This is LaLauria Canada, Policy Studies Librarian for the Andrew Young School of Policy Studies at Georgia State University. This tutorial will show you how to find and use the research guide for your assignment for Social Work 3600, Social Welfare Policy. Let's start at the library's homepage, which is library.gsu.edu. The homepage defaults to the Discover search, which is equivalent to a Google search. It searches all databases, 200 plus, as well as the catalog and special collections. Select the drop-down menu and select Research Guides. Then browse Guides by subject. Scroll down to Social Work and select Social Work to get a full list of research guides for social work. Then select Social Work 3600, Social Welfare Policy. This guide focuses on social policy resources with special emphasis on Georgia legislation and policy. The first step is to find and track a bill. Under the Find and Track a Bill header, select the first link titled Tracking a Bill through the General Assembly. This opens in a new window. It shows the steps of a bill from idea to the signing by the governor. If it has been months and your bill has not progressed from the first reading stage, it is likely that it will move forward. Going back to the research guide, under the Find and Track a Bill heading, select the link titled Georgia General Assembly homepage. This is the link you use when you already know your bill number. It defaults to House Bill, but you can select the drop-down menu to select SB for Senate Bill. In either case, you enter your number to find your bill. You do not want to use HR or SR, House Resolution, Senate Resolution, as those are not bills in our accommodations. So once you enter your bill number, you can search to retrieve that bill. And going back to the research guide, select the link title Georgia General Assembly Search Legislation homepage. Again, this opens in a new window. This page allows you to search by member of Congress, by committee, or by keywords. Notice that the search defaults to the current legislative sessions, and we will leave that there, but let's search by committee. Under the committee drop-down that reads all committees, select Education House, and then select Search. For this example, select HB 40, which is titled Education Local School Systems to Conduct Screenings for Dyslexia. Let's select that. It takes you to the page for that bill. On this page, notice that you have the sponsors of the bill. You can select the sponsor's name to find their contact information, selecting the first one. If there are several sponsors, contact the first or second sponsor for your interview. You should see the congressperson's address, phone number, and email link. And an email link for the administrative assistant as well. The administrative assistant will be helpful in scheduling a meeting. But going back to the bill, you see again the House committee for that bill. Again, we selected education for our search. You see a summary of the bill, and there's your summary and the status history. The bill had a second read on January 29th of 2019. It is now 2020, so this bill may be dead, but we will use it for our example. From the summary of the bill, it appears that it is requiring local school system to conduct certain screenings for dyslexias, to provide for a definition, to require the state school superintendent to employ a dyslexia consultant. When reading the bill, and here's the actual text of the bill, any text that is underlined is new text added to the code, the Georgia code, and it always mentions what section of the code it is updating. If there is not listed in this bill, but if there is text with a line through it, it will be removed from the Georgia code if approved. Now that we know what the bill is about, let's find scholarly articles on the subject. Going back to the research guide, select the Scholarly Articles tab. Here's a list of databases. The Discover link is used, but remember, the Discover is the library's Google search, so only use the Discover search link when you haven't had luck searching an individual database. The subject of your bill will determine which specific subject database you select, whether it be criminal justice, education, health, public policy, or a social work practitioner's database. For most topics, one of the general multidisciplinary databases will work. Let's use Academic Search Complete. So remember, our bill requires screenings for dyslexia. When brainstorming keywords, consider why the bill was introduced, what problem is the bill attempting to solve, what will be most affected by the bill, what research, direct or indirect, has been done on the issue, is there a government agency, federal, state, county that regulates this issue, and does the government or another agency compile statistics related to this issue? You can start here with a broad search using dyslexia. This results in over 6,000 results. We can narrow this down by using the options on the left of the screen. First, limit to scholarly peer-reviewed journals. There are still over 5,000 results. So at this point, you may want to either add another term to your search, such as dyslexia and academic performance, Just keep in mind when you use the and in your search, it combines two phrases. Now our results are only 75. The other option to limit that broad search, let's go back here to that broad search, is to select subject. We scroll down and select subject, select show more to see all the headings, and select risk factors. And this number, the 74 listed, tells you the number of results with just that one selection. So let's update the results. Selecting the first record, early identification of dyslexia, understanding the issues. We see that this article is available full text for you to either print, email, download, or save. When you email an article, make sure you select the APA format under citation format so that you can use that to copy and paste into your bibliography. It will have that in your email. You can also select Cite over here on the right. So that you can copy and paste the citation format. Let's go to the second page of results. Let's select record 21, child and environmental risk factors predicting readiness for learning in children at high risk of dyslexia. You see that the full text is not available as an option. In these instances, select the Find It at GSU button to search other databases that may have the full text. And this takes us back to the catalog with full text links availability in 3 databases. Select one of those for the full text. And there's the PDF link for you to download. Going back to the research guide, select the News Articles Online tab. If your bill deals with a relatively new topic, newspaper articles may be a better option. Newspaper Source is our databases for newspapers. So you can select that to do a similar search. The database looks just like Academic Search Premier, and it pretty much works the same way. The other option is to select one of the local newspapers especially if there's a topic related to that geographical area. The reports and policy analysis tab lists governmental sites and organizational sites that analyze policy. A good place to start is Georgia Budget and Policy Institute. And you can see the policy areas that it covers. The Statistics tab lists our main government databases, statistical abstracts of the United States, Social Explorer, as well as main governmental sites for statistics. In our example, the National Center for Education Statistics, or the Georgia Department of Education, would be two places to start to find the number of students with dyslexia in the United States or in Georgia specifically. On the Find Your District Legislator or Lobbyist tab, the primary lobbyist for social workers, Wendy Clifton, is listed. You can also conduct a search to find others. There are also links to find your House members or Senate members by name, as well as the My Voter page that you can use if you don't know your House or Senate member. You have to be a registered voter to find that information. And finally, on the APA Style tab, it takes you to the Citing While Writing using APA Research Guide. Use this guide with help with paraphrasing a source, in-text citations, as well as your bibliography. As always, please reach out to me at llkonata@gsu if you need any assistance.